Hey guys, Redbeard here. Today I wanted to do a video on belt kit. I did a video previously on my rifle, my GPR setup, and I really think as shooters and American citizens, you need to have kit that supports your rifle or whatever platform you decide to run. So I wanted to just go over my belt setups for my 5.56 and 308, and yeah, let's get into it. So both belts are set up pretty much identical, except for a few different things. We'll go over the 308 version first. Both are T-Rex Arms Orions, and they have the outer sleeve and the inner sleeve, which you have to buy separately. And I think for both you're paying roughly $150 to $200. Don't quote me on that. I bought this a couple years ago, so prices could have changed by now. They both have start on the right hand side, the QLS system from Safariland, which is really nice because I don't want to keep buying holsters. So you have your pistol, and this is a T-Rex Arms Ragnarok. You put on the QLS system, and then you can just transfer it from one belt to another with just a simple click, which is really nice. I mean, it doesn't match color-wise, but I don't really care. So that's what I'm using for my holster. And I have just a general purpose pouch with a Sharpie up front for marking targets. And you can put a lot of stuff in here. Water bottle, mostly. And if you wanted smoke, could, or flash, whatever. Doesn't really matter all that much. And then I have a T-Rex Arms leg thigh strap, which is really nice because if you don't have that on there, when you go to draw, especially if you have high retention on your holster, the holster will pull out instead of the gun drawing, which is pretty detrimental in my opinion. So I think this is almost a must, especially with a Ragnarok holster. Moving right back here, we have a Benchmade Azuri. I don't know how it's pronounced. It's just kind of karambit style blade. Not great steel. I just bought it because I got a good deal on it. That's really the only reason. It's not my first pick. It's just a good deal, so I used it. I think you do need some kind of blade and multi-tool for if something breaks or you got to cut something. There's always a use for it. Speaking of tools, might as well go back here where I have a pair of Leatherman Raptor shears, which are really good. You need to have some kind of trauma shears to cut clothing for medical reasons. You should have something of that nature. So yeah. Going to the next thing back from the blade, we have a Blue Force gear. I don't remember the model. It's the bigger version of their medical pouch with the speedball on it. And then I put a tourniquet holder on top. I don't know who made this one. Sorry, that's my bad. Inside, I have basic medical supplies. I got bleed stop, gloves, wrap, gauze. You need some kind of clotting gauze and stuff to pack the wound. It's just a basic blowout kit. I got 2 chest seals, chest decompression needle, more wrap, an Israeli bandage, duct tape. There's some other stuff in there. I don't remember. Oh, and another set of gloves. So you don't have to go all out. This is a pretty extensive med kit. You don't have to do anything near this bulky. I just would much rather be prepared, because you can always unpack, you can't overpack, or like if you don't have it in there, you can't put more in. So yeah, I would always recommend carrying a little bit more. If you don't need it, just get rid of it. And then I have right behind the med kit pouch on the back, almost on the dead center back, is my dump pouch. And this I put water bottle, just any excess stuff. I got like a little face mask in here. And then I have another bigger Israeli bandage. This is kind of what I do just across all my belt kits. I have a really big Israeli bandage because it won't save your life as much as a tourniquet will, but it will help seal up a wound and protect you from infection and all that jazz. I think it's a must, and it weighs nothing. It's no weight, it just takes up space, so yeah. Then kind of getting back to probably the most used part of the kit is either my gloves, which are on a S-Binder by, who is this? I'm not sure, but you can get these at pretty much any hardware store. I like them a lot. They have a locking tab, so you can make sure your gloves won't fall off. These are just mechanics gloves. You can use whatever you want. They just have a handy loop that locks in. The other most used part are these Kiwi S-Tech mag carriers, which I've gone back and forth between mag carriers. I like the, I don't remember the name. They're called the Tacos though. They have shock cord that cinches the mag down, and they are nice, really smooth draw, good retention, but they do not index the mag as well. So with your belt, I'm using these mostly for speed reloads, and my chest carrier or plate carrier always is tactical reloads if I have it on. So with these, they have a very wide opening, so indexing magazines is very easy because they have this plastic insert which always forces it open, and it retains the magazines pretty well. The only downside is when they're empty. They're pretty bulky, but most of the times you're always refilling this as a speed reload source. You should almost never be empty on a magazine, because if there's a lull, you're always putting a magazine from your plate carrier into this slot, so you always have something, because muscle memory dictates that you're going to go to that spot for a reload. And yeah, that's pretty much it on this belt. I didn't really do any other modifications to it at all. Sizing is important, but other than that, we'll pretty much just go to the other belt. It's basically set up the same. I have a bigger blade on here. This is an ETE Edge Technologies blade that I also got for a good price, and yeah, I mean it's overkill. I won't deny that, but I like it. I mean, as you can see, it's basically set up almost exactly the same. Different med kit because I was strapped for cash at the time. This is a T-Rex Arms blowout kit. I don't know the technical term. Basically all the same contents, not as much wrap. So that's the only real difference in the med kit. I try to keep it all the same. Tourniquet also. Also has the QLS system from Safariland and a pouch up front. Moving over to the back side, it's the same dump pouch. Well, got another Israeli bandage down in there. So I try to keep everything uniform and the same. It may be boring to not have different setups, but when you're transferring from 5.56 to 308, I want two different belt kits that are set up almost exactly the same, so there's no difference in my training regimen. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of do a dirty, quick rundown of my belts and give people ideas. It's not anything special. I'm not saying it is. Just wanted to give people insight, to what I'm running and to put another video out. So thank you guys for watching and have a good day.